Hello everybody, SSA here, aka Super Sunarashi, and today I'm discussing the new Alolan Forms that has been revealed in the latest trailer of the upcoming games Pokémon Sun and Moon. Now if you don't know what Alolan Forms are forms of Pokémon that we used to know, but due to the weather or other circumstances in the new Alolan region, they took on new forms and with that changed new typings, stats and all that nonsense. So 5 Alolan Form Pokemon were revealed in the last trainer: Alolan Exeggutor, Alolan Vulpix, Alolan Ninetales, Alolan Sandshrew and Alolan Sandslash. Last two names, of course, big smile on my face because those two are my mascots and my favorite Pokemon. But I'm not going to go in depth in that because otherwise this will just be a 5-minute fanboy video of me whacking off on the new Alolan Sandshrew and Sandslash form, and I don't think a lot of people would like that. And if you do like that, then there's other websites for that. But I'm going to discuss about new possible Alolan forms in games. What kind of Pokemons could get Alolan forms? And I'm gonna go and name 2 examples in this video that could get Alolan forms with new typings. So I'm gonna give you a few seconds to think of 2 primary fighting types from the first generation. 2 prominent fighting types of the first generation. I think it's an easy question because if you guessed Hitmonlee and Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, then you're right. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are 2 primary fighting types from generation 1, and a lot of people would love to see those 2 get a Mega Evolution in the next game. But seeing that Mega Evolution is still a big question mark of that going to happen in Sun and Moon, why not give them an Alolan form? Now you'll probably be wondering, why give 2 fighting types an Alolan form? I mean, they're fighting types, they probably aren't going to, get struck down by weather conditionings or something like that. Now I'm gonna give you a few moments to think about this. This is just a speculation video for my part, so, and seeing the new possibilities of new Alolan forms. What if, a really weird question, what if Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, they say that the Alolan region is like very, very, hot out there because of the conditions, a lot of Pokemons out there. What if Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan in the Alolan region became so lazy because of the weather? Now this is a very weird question, but have you seen the Exeggutor? Have you seen the Exeggutor? They can go do anything in this game. What if Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan got so lazy due to the weather conditioning? They are, slacking off, and instead they begin to meditate. And to do that, they began to slowly develop themselves mentally, and with that they get, a sort of revelation, and Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan began to grow, not physically when it comes to attack and defense, but they're special. They began to grow, they began to think, they began to mentally, and then they became more of a, they began to learn, psychic type moves. They began to learn to get control of their aura. So what if the Alolan Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, if they are going to implant this, what if they will be like psychic types, primarily psychic types in that region? And instead of, I think Hitmonlee's attack stat is a little bit higher than Hitmonchan, and Hitmonchan's defense stat is a little bit higher than Hitmonlee's. What if they, reverse it, and in the sense of the special defense, that Hitmonlee has a much higher special defense and Hitmonchan has a more higher special, wait, did I say that right? Hitmonlee's got a higher special attack and Hitmonchan got a higher special defense, and then they could, be like, let's do it, let's put psychic types on Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, make them primary psychic types in the Alolan region. Because, have you seen Vulpix and Alolan Vulpix? Fire and ice, that's the complete opposite of one of another. Fire beats ice. So, they could, be like Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, psychic fighting, psychic beats fighting in this way. And there's a lot of more possibilities where they can go this way. There are a lot of grass types that they can make fire. I think there's, you know, a bit of a speculation that Cubone and Marowak will gain the fire type ability in this gen, seeing that one of the trial captains in Alola said something about Marowak being his favorite Pokemon. They could do so much with the Alolan forms, and Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan came in mind because I know a lot of people would love to see a Mega Hitmonlee or a Mega Hitmonchan, but seeing the way they are going now with Alolan forms, they could be like, you know what, we can slap a Psychic typing on Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, make them more, you know, of a mentally, instead of fighting, they are doing mentally stuff. I mean, this is just a pure speculation video from my part, so don't, I mean, this is all purely my opinion. I will probably put a disclaimer on the beginning of the video saying this is pure opinion based, don't, if you have all that kind of nonsense. But yeah, that is basically what I thought. I had to make a video about this because I thought it was a fun little thing to discuss about. And if you would like to give your own opinion about Alolan forms, if you have an idea of, well, I think these Pokemon can get an Alolan form, get those typing, maybe those abilities, those stat chains, leave it down in the comment section below. I'm going to, every comment I'm going to react to. I will promise that, because I love discussing these things, and Alolan forms got me so hyped. Have you seen the Sandslash? Oh my god, that's so amazing. But yeah, I'm going to end this video right here. This isn't going to be a big video. This wasn't going to be a big video. I just want to, you know, to express my opinion, my thoughts that I got while, you know, thinking about the Alolan forms in general. So yeah, if you're hyped for Pokemon Sun and Moon, if you're hyped for the upcoming Alolan forms, if you're hyped for the entire games, leave a like, comment, share this video with others, slash the subscribe button down below if you want to keep seeing more Pokemon Sun and Moon videos like this, because I do these videos rarely because it's too much of a, you know, view grabs video like Pokemon Sun and Moon. Oh, that gets a lot of views, but this was just a fun little thought that came into my head. I want to discuss to you about, I want to express on my channel, and who knows, maybe we will see some cool looking Alolan forms of Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan in the upcoming games. But that is all I have to say about that subject. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next video.